off grid in the last frontier. Today I'm going to talk to you about creosote. Creosote is one of those things that if you have a wood burning stove, it's just the nature of the beast. You have to deal with it. Now some people say they clean their wood stove out once a year. And if you burn hard woods that's low in moisture, you can. But that doesn't work for everybody. When you burn pine, which has got a high moisture content, or in my case spruce, spruce is just a regular creosote factory. And I used to, before I changed my piping system, I was having to clean mine out once a month. And it would get so bad that the creosote would be liquefied inside the stovepipe, and it would run down the inside of my stovepipe like tar. And if it could find a joint somewhere in my system that it could leak out, then it would leak out and run down the outside of my pipe until it hit my stove. And as soon as it hit my hot stove, it burst into flames and it'd sparkle and smoke really bad. So I knew I had to come up with something to stop this, because I was going to have a fire. So in order to resolve this, you have to determine what causes creosote. Now, creosote is formed when the exhaust gases coming out of the chimney drop low enough to allow the moisture inside the gases to condensate on the inside walls of the stovepipe. And that mixes with the ash, and that's flammable. It's highly flammable. So I came up with an idea where I could keep that stovepipe hot all the way out to the chimney cap. And I did that. Now this is a smaller pipe. I'm using a 6-inch pipe for my stovepipe. So I went and got a 7-inch double wall insulated metal asbestos pipe. Now if you look at this, you can see that it's double wall and it has insulation in there. So my 6-inch pipe fits right inside that 7-inch metal asbestos, and I have those 3 pipes going all the way out to the chimney cap. I don't have any single wall pipe exposed anywhere outside. Now what that's going to do is it's going to keep those flue gases hot enough to keep the water from condensating. And what it's also going to do is keep your flue hot enough that it gives you a really good draft. So you'll always have a really good draft to keep that fire going. Since I did this, haven't had any problems with creosote. Instead of cleaning my chimney out once a month, I'm doing it every 2, maybe 3 months, and all I get out of it is ash, dry ash. And I see a lot of chimneys that once they exit the roof, it's just a single wall stovepipe going out. And that right there is what's causing you to get creosote. Now by doing it this way and having it a triple wall and insulated triple wall to boot, for code, that makes your stovepipe here 0 clearance to combustibles. So when you make your penetrations, you can make them right to the pipe, which I don't ever do. I leave an inch anyway, and then I put a scutcheon collar on it. But triple wall insulated would make this so that it's code worthy to be right up against combustibles. So I'll show you the clean out. We're going to go do a clean out on my pipe and show you that all I get out of it is ash, and I haven't cleaned this thing in probably 3 months. So let's go take a look at it. This is what my stovepipe looks like outside. As you can see, all the way to the top, it's got that, all 3 pipes. This is what the inside of my chimney looks like. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that's just ash. There's no creosote in there at all. If it was creosote, it wouldn't be fluffy, and it'd be black and look slick. Now when I pulled my cap off my clean out, my cap was full of ash that just fell down into the clean out because there was no creosote up there to hold it. And I actually dumped a lot of that out before I took this video. Now when I clean this out, all you're going to see is ash coming out. There won't be chunks of anything. If there was creosote, it would come out as chunks. But this stuff's just going to float out. Okay, so you can see in this clean out, this is all ash. This right here, that little piece right there, that's creosote. But out of all of this, hardly any creosote in there. Just a couple of little pieces. The rest is all just ash. Now this shows you what my stovepipe looks like. Here's where it comes out of the stove. And it goes into that 7-inch metal asbestos insulated pipe. And it follows that all the way out to the chimney cap where the exhaust gases come out. There is no single wall pipe exposed anywhere. Well, I hope you found this video informative. I know there's a lot of off-grid cabins out there that are not to code, which makes them uninsurable. So not taking care of your stove properly is like Russian roulette. You end up with a chimney fire and you burn that cabin down, everything's gone. So pay close attention to your stove. That's the most important part of your cabin. Make sure it stays clean and make sure that it's put together as close to code as you can get it. And expect the unexpected. But I hope this helps you. And send me a message if you have any questions.